Hello, my name is Jani. Welcome to my channel. This is a cross stitch channel where I talk about mainly cross stitch. I am a Mexican stitcher, and if you are new here, thank you very much for your visit. I hope you enjoy this channel. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel and click the bell in order to let you know when I upload a new video, that will be great. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you very much. Today I want to show you how I finished this cross stitch piece. I did last week a whip parade with my projects, and one of those projects was Splendor 4 by the Hearts Content, and I decided to finish that project in the middle because I didn't finish the full sampler, and I decided to just finish as it's approximately the middle part of the sampler, and finish this piece as a drum, like a pin keeper, and I'm really happy with the final result. It's my second drum that I made, and it was really fun to make, and yeah, I have a great time trying to choosing the materials and finishing the drum. I follow the tutorial from Twisted Stitcher, Vonna Pfeiffer. So I'm going to put the link for her video in the information box. But yeah, it was really easy to do, and I like to make these little finishes, these little smalls to keep around my stitchy room. So it's always nice to have this kind of little treasure to create. That's the Flosstube name of Vonna, Twisted Stitcher. So you can finish this drum with ribbon or lace or buttons. I decided to make a little simple, just with a little specialty stitches in the edges, and the fabric, it's really pretty, and the stitchy part has a lot of colors, so I didn't think it need more embellishment. So yeah, I just finish in a kind of simple way. So let me show you the clips that I put together with this little tutorial. So once I finish the partial stitchy piece, because I didn't finish the full sampler, I ironed the piece. Well, first I washed the piece and then I ironed the piece. Then I added I ironed a piece of fabric. I will put the name of the type of fabric. It's pellón in Spanish. It's like entretela. So I added this material to give the fabric a little more strength, force, and also to help me to make the edges a little cleaner. So I cut this piece of material and I ironed to my fabric in order to keep the edges fold in a nice way, and I didn't leave any space for between the stitchy part So I just going to take a little a thread, a sewing thread, and I'm going to sewing this part. You can use a sewing machine, but it's really a small piece, so I decided to only use a needle and a thread and put it together. And this is the result. You end with a circular piece, so you have the body of your drum already made. So for the bottom part and the top part, the lid and the base, I use a circle. I use this cup, but you can find a circle that it's of the size of your piece. In my case, this cup was the perfect size, so I use a cardboard. This is a little thick, but you can use a lighter cardboard. So I measure, and it was the right size, so I cut two pieces, one for the top and one for the bottom, and these pieces are going to be the parts to close the drum. So for the top part, I use you can use wool or felt, and the idea is to cut a few circles in different sizes, starting as the same size as the cardboard lid, and then you can start cutting smaller pieces, and I put together like 8 or 10 pieces in order to create this volume for the top lid to place my pins. So I already have all my circles, and I cut them, and the next step is to find the fabric that you are going to use to cover each lid, the bottom one and the top one. I decided to use these two fabrics. They are really pretty, and you can also use a stitchy piece, but in my case I decided that I wanted to use fabric. So the first thing is choose which fabric are you going to use for each lid, and then you are going to cut a circle bigger than the size of the cardboard circle, and with this you are going to form both of the lids. I like to add to my bottom lid one piece of the felt or the wool, in order to give a little volume, and the rest of the felt I'm going to use for the top lid. So let me show you how I put together all the materials. So for the bottom lid, I'm going to use this fabric, this darker fabric. So I will put one piece of felt and the cardboard in the top, and I will cut the fabric smaller, like a circle, and then once you cut the fabric, you start to pass a needle with a thread, making, you know, long stitches in order to form like a hat, a bat hat. And then you start to make stitches to try to keep the fabric as clean and as nice as possible. So yeah, I start, you know, crossing my stitches in the back of the lid, and I make sure that the size is right. So for the top lid, I'm going to finish, you know, as the bottom one, but I need to cut, well, first to put together all the pieces of felt that I cut. I am adding some glue, to just a little bit, to keep them, you know, together. So I'm starting putting, you know, a piece of felt and then a little glue, and yeah, like putting together a cake, layers of cake. And in the top part, I put a bigger circle. So yeah, in this case, I will cut again the fabric that is going to cover my lid, my top lid, in a circular shape. Here I cut it, but it was a little large, and I cut it again smaller, and again I just pass my thread with long stitches to form this like baby hat or bat hat, and again I just finish this process and put place, you know, I place correctly the body of the lid, and I start to make stitches, long stitches, and try to keep the fabric really tight and nice and pretty. So yeah, I just try to keep it all together. And once you are done, you can, you know, making more stitches or less. I'm going to sew the bottom part and the top part, but first I'm going to sew the top part. So this is how it should look once it's done, but to sew the bottom part, I start with pins, placing the lid that we made, using pins, and trying to put it, you know, in a nice way. So I start placing my pins I start in the back size of the drum, and slowly I start putting, you know, pins all around the edges. This, you know, because I need that the lid is firm, so I can sew with the body of the drum. So I'm placing my knee pins, and then I took my needle and thread and start with small stitches, like whip stitches. I'm using a neutral color, really, it's a polyester thread, and I start to make these little stitches all around the body of my drum, you know, in order to attach the top lid. Okay, once the top lid is attached to the body of my drum, you can use different material to fill the drum. I am using some of my threads, my ords. So I have a lot of little threads from my projects. So I put a lot of of filling in my drum, and then again I'm going to put pins to secure the bottom lid in order to sew all the edges. So this is almost the final part. You can see how I put little stitches, and yeah, it's done. In this part you can add ribbon or lace or different embellishment to put in the edges, but I like to make this stitch. It's a herringbone stitch in a contrast color, and I think it looks really pretty. So yeah, I just added these little stitches, like they are the ones who are holding together the drum, but they are only looking really pretty. So yeah, that is the final result. You can see here the finish piece with this whip that I had from many years ago. So I finished, it's done. and yeah, I really enjoy the process and the final piece. I think it looks really pretty, and it's a lovely detail to have in my stitchy room, in my stitchy corner. So yeah, you can, if you have a large design, perhaps you can only stitch a part of it or a small piece or fragment, and you can have a finished piece for your collection. So I hope you enjoy this little tutorial. I hope you have a great week. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.